All right, I'm going to read you two of my absolutely favorite books in the world. The first one is Where the Wild Things Are. It's by Maurice Sendak, and it's spectacular.
Okay.
We ready? All right. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. This is so cool. Okay. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind, and another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. It's never a good idea to yell at your mother. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines, and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars. Roar! And they gnashed their terrible teeth. And they rolled their terrible eyes, and they showed their terrible claws. This is pretty scary stuff. Till Max said, "Be still!" And he tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened, and they called him the most wild thing of all. Look at those monsters, and look at our Max, and how he is calming them all down. They don't actually look too scary, do they? I mean, they could be kind of cuddly, kind of. And they made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." Look, and here's King Max right here. This really looks like fun. And this really looks like fun. What sounds do you think they're making? I always thought it was, oh, oh. But that's just me. You might have a different sound. Look, wouldn't you love to hang from trees in the breeze? Oh, it just goes on. The party will not stop. Now stop, Max said, and he sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely, and he wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away, across the world, he smelled good things to eat, and he gave up being king of where the wild things are. He looks lonely. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars, "Roar!" And they gnashed their terrible teeth, and they rolled their terrible eyes. You can't see it behind my glasses, but wow. And they showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and he waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. There he is trying to get home. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. The end. Now, why do I love this book as much as I love this book? So, number one, it's just really funny. And the drawings are beautiful. And Maurice Sendak is a great, great writer. He has a bunch of other books as well. And because we happen to have 2 children of our own. And our son is Max. Our daughter is Emma, but our son is Max. And so we read this very book. This book was given as a birth present to our son 35 years ago. So it's really pretty cool. So I hope you like it as much as we love it. So that's book number 1. I'm going to get a drink of water, if that's okay with you. You could do the same. Really good water. Okay, a classic, you got to know this one. It's The Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss, who's written some of the all-time great children's books. And he wrote it, and he did the drawings as well. His real name was Theodore Greisel, but that's okay. We call him Dr. Seuss. The Cat in the Hat. The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. So we sat in the house all that cold, cold, wet day. I sat there with Sally. We sat there, we two, and I said, how I wish we had something to do. Now, this is kind of familiar, isn't it? Because that's kind of where we are at right now. We're all stuck indoors. Everybody is isolated. We can't play with our friends. You can't go to school. Boy, this is really hard. What are we supposed to do? Well, one thing is to read great books like this. Too wet to go out and too cold to play ball, so we sat in the house. We did nothing at all. So all we could do was sit, and we did not like it, not one little bit. You probably don't like it either, but I hope you like this. And then something went bump. How that bump made us jump. We looked, then we saw him step in on the mat. We looked, and we saw him, the cat in the hat. And he said to us, why do you sit there like that? I know it is wet and the sun is not sunny, but we can have lots of good fun that is funny. I know some good games we could play, said the cat. I know some new tricks, said the cat in the hat. A lot of good tricks. I will show them to you. Your mother will not mind at all if I do. Then Sally and I did not know what to say. Our mother was out of the house for the day. I love the cat and him. Look at this. This is so cool. This is just so cool. But our fish said, no, no, make that cat go away. Tell that cat in the hat you do not want to play. He should not be here. He should not be about. He should not be here when your mother is out. Now, have no fear, said the cat. My tricks are not bad, said the cat in the hat. Why, we can have fun, lots of good fun, if you wish, with a name that I call Up with a Fish. Put me down, said the fish. This is no fun at all. Put me down, said the fish. I do not wish to fall. Have no fear, said the cat. I will not let you fall. I will hold you up high as I stand on a ball, with a book in one hand, and a cup on my hat. But that is not all I can do, said the cat. Look at me now, said the cat. With a cup and a cake on the top of my hat, I can hold up 2 books. I can hold up the fish, and a little toy ship, and some milk on a dish, and look, I can hop up and down on the ball, but that is not all. Oh no, that is not all. Look at all the stuff that he is doing. I might be a little scared if a cat in a hat was dancing on a ball with my goldfish and books. It might make me a little bit concerned. Look at me now. It is fun to have fun, but you have to know how. I can hold up the cup and the milk and the cake. I can hold up these books and the fish on a rake. I can hold a toy ship and a little toy man. And look, with my tail, I can hold a red fan. I can fan with the fan, and I hop on the ball, but that is not all. Oh no, that is not all. That is what the cat said. Then he fell on his head. He came down with a bump from up there on the ball, and Sally and I, we saw all the things fall. Oh no, look at this. Look at all of this, the poor fish. And our fish came down too. He fell into a pot. He said, "Do I like this? Oh no, I do not. This is not a good game," said our fish as he lit. "No, I do not like it, not one little bit." Oh, poor fish. "Now look what you did," said the fish to the cat. "Now look at this house. Look at this. Look at that. You sank our toy ship, sank it deep in the cake. You shook up our house, and you bent our new rake. You should not be here when our mother is not. You get out of this house," said the fish in the pot. "But I like to be here. Oh, I like it a lot," said the cat in the hat to the fish in the pot. "I will not go away. I do not wish to go. And so," said the cat in the hat, so, "I will show you another good game that I know." I don't know about this cat. And then he ran out. And then, fast as a fox, the cat in the hat came back in with a box, a big red wood box. It was shut with a hook. "Now look at this trick," said the cat. "Take a look." Then he got up on the top with the tip of his hat. "I call this game Fun in a Box," said the cat. "In this box are two things. I will show to you now. You will like these two things," said the cat with a bow. I wonder what is in that box. It can't be good. Funny, but it can't be good. "I will pick up the book. I will pick up the hook." The hook, book, you have to be careful, you know. "You will see something new, two things, and I call them thing one and thing two. These things will not bite you, they want to have fun." Then out of the box came thing two and thing one, and they ran to us fast. They said, "How do you do? Would you like to shake hands with thing one and thing two?" I don't know why they have English accents either. It's just a thing. Thing one and thing two, actually. And Sally and I did not know what to do. So we had to shake hands with thing one and thing two. Of course, now you would probably just bump shoulders or something or other, but we'll get back to shaking hands pretty soon. We shook their two hands, but our fish said, no, those things should not be in this house. Make them go." I think the fish is like the conscience. He's smart, and he's really scared. "They should not be here when your mother is out. Put them out, said the fish in the pot. "Have no fear, little fish," said the cat in the hat. "These things are good things," and he gave them a pat. "They are tame, oh so tame. They have come here to play. They will give you some fun on this wet, wet, wet day." "Now here's a game that they like," said the cat. "They like to fly kites. said the cat in the hat. No, not in the house, said the fish in the pot. They should not fly kites in a house. They should not. Oh, the things they will bump. Oh, the things they will hit. Oh, I do not like it. Not one little bit. I think the fish is almost about to cry. Wouldn't you love to have a talking fish? I wonder what they would say. Hey, clean up your room. I don't know. Then Sally and I saw them run down the hall. We saw those two things bump their kites on the wall. Bump, thump, thump, bump, down the wall in the hall. Oh, excuse me, please. One moment, please. Terribly sorry about that minor interruption. Let's go back to the picture. I would not like thing 1 and thing 2 running down my hall. That's all I gotta say. Thing 2 and thing 1, they ran up, they ran down. On the string of one kite, we saw Mother's new gown. Her gown with the dots that are pink, white, and red. Then we saw one kite bump on the head of her bed. Oh, things are not looking good here. Funny, but I don't know. My mother would not be happy. Then those things ran about with big bumps, jumps, and kicks, and with hops and big thumps and all kinds of bad tricks. And I said, I do not like the way that they play. If Mother could see this, oh, what would she say? Then our fish said, look, look, and our fish shook with fear. Your mother is on her way home. Do you hear? Oh, what will she do to us? What will she say? Oh, she will not like it to find us this way. Good thing that fish is like a warning. He's got his eyes out, his little fish eyes, but they work. So do something fast, said the fish. Do you hear? I saw her, your mother is near. So as fast as you can think of something to do, you will have to get rid of thing 1 and thing 2. This is so cool. So as fast as I could, I went after my net. And I said, with my net, I can get them, I bet. I bet with my net, I can get those things yet. Then I let down my net. It came down with a plop. And I had them, at last. Those two things had to stop. Then I said to the cat, now you do as I say. You pack up those things and you take them away. Oh dear, said the cat. You did not like our game? Oh dear, what a shame. What a shame. What a shame. See how it says plop? This is plop. It's really cool. When you really learn to read, you will love words like plop. Then he shut up the things in the box with the hook, and the cat went away with a sad kind of look. That is good, said the fish. He has gone away. Yes, but your mother will come. She will find this big mess. And this mess is so big and so deep and so tall, we cannot pick it up. There is no way at all. I don't know, the fish wasn't happy when thing 1 and thing 2 and the cat were there. Now he's not happy when the cat and thing 1 and thing 2 are gone. I think this is what we would call a sad fish, but a knowing fish. And then, who was back in the house? Why, the cat. Have no fear of this mess, said the cat in the hat. I always pick up all my playthings, and so I will show you another good trick that I know. Oh boy, it's not over. The mom's coming home. The house is a mess. We got a cat in a hat in a weird kind of car with like some kind of vacuum cleaner. I don't know what he's going to do. Then we saw him pick up all the things that were down. He picked up the cake and the rake and the gown and the milk and the strings and the books and the dish and the fan and the cup and the ship and the fish. And he put them away. Then he said, that is that. And then he was gone with the tip of his hat. Then our mother came in, and she said to us two, did you have any fun? Tell me, what did you do? And Sally and I did not know what to say. Should we tell her the things that went on there that day? What do you think? Should we tell her about it? Now, what should we do? Well, what would you do if your mother asked you? And that's the end of the book. Thank you. Hope you liked it. It's really cool. I'm allergic to cats myself, but I love this book, and it does not make me sneeze.